Hello, Morongo Basin and listeners around the world online at Z107.7fm.com. Here is the Z107.7 local news for Sunday, January 28th, 2024. On last week's Up Close show, host Gary Daigneault spoke with District 47 Assemblyman Wallace about the confusion surrounding the new green waste recycling law, which requires every California jurisdiction to provide compostable carts and associated waste collection services to every resident and business. If you're a resident who wasn't anticipating the green bin you found on your curb this week, you're not alone. Wallace affirms that for a bill passed all the way back in 2018, it was a, quote, shoddy rollout despite its great intentions.
Yeah, we're talking about food waste, right?
Yeah.
And, that's something that was passed in the statute, and it's been a slow rollout. I think there's a lot of confusion around it.
Yeah, it was passed in 2018.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. And obviously we want to do our part here to make sure we're keeping things out of the landfill as best as possible and using some things that we can recycle properly. That's something that I think all Californians can get behind. But we were talking about the diversity of my district in the state a little bit ago. I think, it's one of those things that probably is better determined on a local level. It's not something that the state legislature should have maybe weighed in on, and I think we're seeing that with the kind of shoddy rollout of the program so far.
Mentioning how it should have been decided by the county and not the state, Wallace highlighted how unique the Morongo Basin is with its high tourism and vacation rentals, making it difficult to enforce this new law.
And we've got a community out here that actually has a lot of tourism, a lot of vacation rentals, and so when you have folks coming in from other states that are outside of the country that aren't aware of this program, that's another piece of that puzzle on the enforcement side, right? So who do you go after? Are you going after the landlord? Are you going after the tenant? Are you going after the city? It is something that definitely needs to continue to be worked on, and I'd like to see it removed completely, but at the very least, we need to make sure that it's a little bit clearer and rolled out a little bit better.
Daigneault referred to the new law as an unfunded state mandate, citing frustration among residents in Yucca Valley and 29 Palms, prompting Wallace to comment.
Every local council member in our district talks to me about the unfunded mandates coming down from the state, and it's a fair concern. You don't have the ability to raise revenue locally here. There's no ability for local determination, and the state continues to say do more, and do it with less, and it's just not really a fair way to govern. And I think that's one of those things that the legislature needs to be aware of, and I'm hopeful that we will in the future. We do have a lot of turnover and a lot of new members coming from a local government background, so hopefully they'll carry that perspective.
Wallace said that while the law is firmly in place and, quote, must be obeyed, residents can expect legislative cleanups as the trial and error of the bill unfolds. And that's our local news. Hear local news 7 times a day, 7 days a week at 7, 8, 9, noon, 4, 5, and 6. If you hear news happening, let us know about it. Email us at tips@z1077fm.com. Reporting for the Morongo Basin News Leader, the award-winning Z107.7 local news, I'm Gabriel Hart.